All right, UFC 240 recap. Um, I guess we'll start with Coach. He banked a lot on him finishing Stewart and just couldn't do it. That move up to 170 from 155, the same thing happened to McGregor when he fought Nate Diaz. The cardio is just not there. I don't know whether it's just like more muscle you're throwing around or you're facing heavier dudes that you're throwing around. But I think Stewart's plan from the get-go was to tire Coach out. He was initiating clinch as well. He had the slight height advantage on Coach, so he had good leverage on his takedown defense. After that first round, I mean, Coach was breathing like when they put the camera on his corner, he was breathing so hard. He like couldn't talk. And I knew I was fucked from then. And then the second round, he kind of just took off. I mean, he didn't try. Even Joe Rogan called him out. He was like, he had that rear naked choke. He just didn't even go for it because he's just so exhausted. He should have just maybe broke free those clinches a little bit more. That whole first round was just clinching up against the fence. Just wasted all of his energy trying to like keep Kyle Stewart there. But as far as the fight went, my prediction was kind of right. Coach tried to strike with Stewart, and then just was avoiding some big shots. Stewart has some nice kicks. He's a black belt in karate. And then he tried to take him down. I couldn't take him down. He was just so tired after that first round. He just couldn't do anything. So, that really fucked us on our parlays. I really just banked on Coach being able to submit him. The neck was there. Had him in a guillotine choke. The guillotine was there like the whole time, but it just didn't. I don't know. Kyle Stewart's plan, I think, was to tire Coach out so he lowered his hands and then he can get one of those high kicks in. But Stewart rocked Coach. I think it was the first round with like a big shot. But then Stewart just phased from there on. They were both so tired after that first round. When I saw how tired Coach was, I was like, oh, I'm screwed. Then I saw how tired Stewart was, and I was like, all right, maybe he can do it. But that's fucked up all of our parlays from the beginning. Banking on a Coach finish. Yeah, 170, adding 15 pounds, and he was just gassed. After the first round, he was just gassed. Finally got him flattened down in the last seconds of the fight. It was ground and pound, couldn't finish him. He was almost there with the sub a couple times. And then the last seconds of the fight had him flattened out, hooks in, neck, and just couldn't finish him in time. That screwed all of our parlays. But he got it done. He got the win, which is good. I got him at a plus 120, plus 110, I think, early. But that was nice. Robertson TKO, plus 750. That was our first TKO ever. I should have seen it coming, really, because of the two opposing styles. Robertson saw the Souza fight for his last fight. Amazing guard, good rubber guard. And she had Robertson in a reverse triangle. Like I said, she probably would get her in the first round. Robertson was able to keep her composure, get out of it, and she was able to stay real forward on Froda's guard. As Froda's up like this and her legs are way up here, but Robertson was just putting all her weight in the front. Once you're past those legs, I mean, Froda was so tired too. That 8 pounds, I knew it would affect her. I know she said like her what did she say? She missed weight last time by 8 pounds because she was on her period, but that 8 pounds looked like it really affected her cardio because after the first, she was dead too. Robertson came out, got the full mount. Robertson cut her up from the beginning too with some nice elbows. She was bleeding all over the place. Then Roberts was able to, like I said, stay forward on her guard, apply good pressure where she needed to apply pressure too. Get over and got those elbows, man. That was awesome. She was so excited, man. She seems like a really nice girl, nice chick, woman, I should say. But plus 750, her first TK over ever. Like, I think submission, she was at like a minus 159 or something, plus 159. But I had her for sub round two. Turns out it was a TKO round two. So, yeah. Figueredo. I talked about in my prediction video how that right cross for Pantoja was there all day on Figueredo. And I'm not saying you watched my video, but I mean, you might have watched my video because came out with a whole different style of stance against Pantoja. Like I said in my prediction video, he kind of lean forward. Let's lean forward like this and has his right hand cocked and ready. Pantoja, he leaned back like this. He was leaning back. Like he had his left hand ready to parry stuff, but he had that right hand like already locked and loaded, just ready to fucking unleash it. Figueredo's obviously got knockout power, and Pantoja knew that. So that was a good game plan change up for Figueredo. I think it really fucked with Pantoja. Pantoja thought he could knock him out. I thought he could knock him out too, but I thought Pantoja would use a little higher fighter IQ, just try to take him down more, go for a sub, where Figueredo's not too good, but he was getting pieced up in the first. It was a great fight. I didn't think he'd go to decision, but it was a fucking great fight, man. They were swinging for the fences. Pantoja connected a few times in the first, and then Figueredo came out in the second round and had switched to southpaw. So now he's switched to southpaw, and he's changed the style up. So Pantoja's game plan was just completely fucked, I think. And Pantoja still thought he could knock him out, and paid for him, man. He got hit a couple times with inside elbows. Like he would cross inside elbow and be out again. Like his distance control is really good. Figueredo's very good distance, right out the way, bam, right into it. And Pantoja's a fucking warrior, but that fight saved the flyweight division, in my opinion. Fuck Henry Cejudo, who's fucking fighting 135 now, holding up a division. That fight saved flyweight. Figueredo and Pantoja are the saviors of the flyweight division. In my opinion, that fight was the best fight we've seen at flyweight in so long, maybe ever. Crowd was cheering, everyone's into it. These guys are fucking animals. Pantoja's chin is unbelievable. Figueredo's distance control is striking. And he just loves fighting. He went on the mic, he's like, I love fighting. Like, yeah, you do, buddy. You're a fucking badass, too. Yeah, so Figueredo was able to get the decision win. And that fucked my money line parlay. Tucker versus Choi. Tucker saved his energy this time. He didn't go too wild and gas out. Choi was good, man. His kicks were long, really long. But like I said in my prediction video, he has no ground game. And you could tell he was working on it for a while, but still Tucker's a wrestler and he's got years of experience over him. So he just yeah. So yeah. Tucker was able to just take Choi down. Just ground and pound, but Choi's will is unbelievable. He just never quit, stayed in the fight, and then um, Tucker did a good job. Joe Rogan was saying he was talking to his coaches about how emotional Tucker gets during his fights, and that could affect him negatively. But he kept his composure, man. He got a little emotional with that illegal knee he put through Choi's face. Um, and he got that point taken away from him. I don't think Mark Goddard would have taken the point away if he didn't talk back to him and say, no, that wasn't an illegal knee. But Mark Goddard seems like the kind of dude that if you're going to talk back to him, he's going to fucking punish you for it. So took a point away from him, and to overcome his emotions like that. I mean, probably thinking, oh, fuck, now I'm down 1 point on the judges' scorecard. This is a fucking close fight. But got it done, took Choi down, subbed him. So he got the finish. It was nice. Nice submission. Quick tap by Choi. And that's all she wrote. Next up, Hori Dawadu. I mean, Hori is just like, he was literally running from Dawadu the whole fucking time. I had him and Dawadu alternate round 1 to 2. And I hadn't seen Hori ever fight because I don't have UFC Fight Pass. And you can't find UFC pancreas fights anywhere pretty much because UFC owns that shit. But Hori's style is just like, I don't think he's going to be in the UFC again after that fight. Like, just running around, like running away, literally running away from Dawadu. Talked about his right hook. I kept track of it. It landed twice on Dawadu. Flush, but Dawadu didn't seem phased by it. And just got into his rhythm. Like I said, you can't let Dawadu do. Once he gets in his rhythm, he starts getting that Muay Thai timing right, you're fucked. That kick, clinch, knee, out the clinch, kick again, knee, like beautiful Muay Thai by Dawadu. Yeah, so he was able to get the TKO. I also said Japanese dudes were tough as shit, and Hori, man, he was swinging until the ref came in, but like he was getting his ass whooped. His chin is unbelievable. Araujo, he looked like Superwoman in the first round against Alexis Davis. Just in and out, bop, bop, duck, hop out, hop back in, duck, boom, boom. Doing really well, but I like how Joe Rogan put it. She has an exhausting style. And after the first round, she was just like breathing heavy as shit. She gassed out in the second. Like there was 3:17 left, and she was heavy breathing, like big time. And Davis was able to get her down on the ground, threaten her with some good ground and pound. But Araujo survived till this, like just barely survived the second round, and then started up again in the third round. Looked well, controlled well, just distance control. So I knew that was her game plan, to stay out of Alexis's clinch. Alexis has big shoulders and a big back. Like she has knockout power. Alexis Davis, I knew not to go with the Araujo finish because Alexis Davis is so fucking tough. Her fucking eyes were bleeding, and her mouth and her nose, and she's just like smiling, like she loves it. Like she fucking loves it. Even after he's told her she lost, she loves it. So, respect to those two ladies. Seven's Burial, fucking, I don't like Burial after that fight. I dislike Jotko too, but I dislike Burial way more now because he was like so dirty. I mean, I don't know if anyone else noticed it, but it's clear as day. The camera's right on him when they're in the clinch. He's like pretending he has his hand over Jotko's mouth, but he's like rubbing his eyes and his fingers in Jotko's eyes. It's like, dude, like, that's so fucking dirty. And it was right on the camera. And Joe Rogan and John Anik aren't saying anything. It's like silent on the commentary. It's like they're not supposed to say anything about that. But um, Jotko didn't say anything about it. Didn't complain. So respect to him. But Barry, he doesn't counter. He just puts his arms like this over his head and then waits for Jotko to stop hitting him, and then lowers his arms and starts swinging again like a madman. Like, bro, like, learn to counter. Like, Jotko, like, I know he's like gets in 1, 2, 3 and comes out. Maybe that's what he knew and thought. But one, it's predictable. Two, it looks bad in the judge's eyes. Like you're covering your head like this and not hitting back or swinging. It's a close fight. Barry landed some good shots. I thought he could KO him. Couldn't do it. Jotko scored that late takedown, like the last 10 seconds of the fight. I think that secured him the win, but it took the judges forever to judge that fight. Two guys were standing in that cage for like 10 minutes waiting for the judges to read the scorecards, but Jotko got the decision win. So, as usual. Mercier. Mercier talked about how he was sparring with GSP a lot, just preparing for this fight. He didn't underestimate his opponent at all. He said it was his hardest opponent to date in Tarzukian. But I thought Tarzukian would get the fast finish, which screwed me. And Mercier actually hired a pro gambler to break his fight down for him in a strategy. And Firas Zahavi had like a similar strategy to it, but they ended up using the gambler strategy. And what was that? Yo Romero Jorge knee. It's like that Yo Romero using against Chris Weidman, wrestler, that just like straight up flying knee, knocked his ass out. And then Jorge used that same knee, made a shit ton of money off that. Like round 1 TKO with Ben Askren. But he threatened him in the first round. I think he rocked him. The second round, he dropped him with the kick. But after that, he dropped Arman bad, and Arman just kept his composure and went for that takedown, secured the takedown, got to the end of the round. But yeah, couldn't get the finish on Mercier. He's a tough dude. Very lopsided decision win by Tarzukian, but couldn't get the win. Good. Mercier had a good strategy against him. Double knockout of Neal and Price was dope. Price rocked Neal in the first round, and then because Neal wanted to knock him out, I think Price was just getting Neal into this brawl kind of thing. And I mean, Neal had him on the ground, pounding him when the first round bell rang, and he helped him up. He helped Price up, which was really cool. Neal seems like a really good guy, but Price rocked him again in the second after his coaches said, "Hey, what are you doing? You're not brawling with this guy. We have a game plan. Use your wrestling. Use this. Use that." Goes out in the second, starts swinging again with Price. Gets rocked. I think it was a straight left or straight right. I forget, but rocked Price, and then Price fell, and Neal came forward at the same time. They hit heads and then went both on their asses. Like, holy shit, is that a double knockout? But Price was able to keep his composure there too, and ended up finishing Neal Price, and got the finish, which was good. Felicia Spencer Cyborg. I did not think that fight would go even past the first round, but Felicia is tough cookie. She had Cyborg up against the fence, same thing she did to Megan Anderson. Clinched her up, got her up against the fence, was giving her those knees to the thighs, weakening her, got her with that elbow, beginning of the fight really opened her up, bleeding in her eyes, probably affected her game plan. And Felicia, fucking tough as nails, like those cyborg knees she was taking to the body. Man, Cyborg hits like a truck. And Felicia was just like, I don't give a fuck. Like, oof, I'll swing. She was swinging with Cyborg. She didn't give a fuck. She was throwing kicks, fucking hammer kicks, and spinning back kicks. Like, she's like one of those like old farm trucks that pulls up next to you. She's not old, but like, it was like, just normal looking trucks pulls up next to you at a light, and the light turns green. There's like, fucking got some crazy engine in them. That's what she looks like. She's a sleeper, man. She doesn't look that like she's a fighter at all. She's like a nanny or something. But she's tough as nails, man. Almost had Cyborg's back. Same thing with Yana. Just couldn't get those hooks in. Cyborg was able to get survive the first round just barely, but she was tired, man. Cyborg makes a huge weight cut. She was exhausted. She gained it back in the second. Damn. I had just put down $10 on a Felicia's submission just because I thought she might have a chance of doing it. Well, Yana took down Cyborg so easily, but Cyborg just, trained heavily in grappling this camp. I think so. She was ready for it. I mean, I thought that was Felicia's only chance, but she was striking. I mean, 1/3 of significant strikes of Cyborg, but she was still getting in there. Cut Cyborg up. She gained Cyborg's respect big time. And then Holloway Edgar. Holloway, this is why he's kept his belt for so long. I think when champions that keep their belt for like a long time, multiple title defenses, they never underestimate their opponent. Never ever underestimate their opponent. Holloway came out there expecting Edgar to bring it, man. He didn't underestimate him at all. He took this fight like he was taking a fight against prime Frankie Edgar. I think Frankie saw how Aldo rocked Max in their fight when he had him backed up. Those long fighters, they like to, just back up and try to get that counter in, but their hands are still here trying to get it, and you're running in. Those hooks are there. This chin. That's Frankie's strategy. Got a takedown. He looked like he had Frankie in trouble at the end of the second, and I had Max Holloway round 3, like a plus 800, and Max Holloway plus 4, or round 4 at a plus 850. And he had Frankie in trouble at the end of the second, and then third round comes, and I thought he was going to go in for the kill. He just respected Edgar, stuck to the game plan, out jabbed him, out struck him, kept him at a distance, avoided those takedowns. I think Edgar got 2 takedowns officially, but it's a great fight. Holloway's that uppercut on that Ortega landed on Frankie to rock him. Holloway had that in his game plan too. He landed a nice one, like a long uppercut, like way up, long uppercut. Like it was to Frankie's body, I think. No, actually, no, it was to his face. But Frankie was backing up, and he was coming forward for Ortega when he got hit with it. So, but Holloway decision win. That was the favorite, but he just didn't step on the gas. He just stuck to. I mean, good game plan. He could have got knocked out by Frankie if he did, maybe, but stuck to his game plan, stayed long, and got the win. But obviously, our parlay sucked. Fucking coach's cardio, not being able to finish Kyle Stewart fucked us from the beginning. The Pantoja win I banked on a lot. I knew Araujo wasn't going to be able to finish Davis, but we got that win. Cyborg, Spencer, alternate round 1 to 2. I was wrong about too. And the fast Tarzuki to finish. So we didn't do very well our first week. I admit I went a little crazy on the parlays. I wanted to have a big week to start up, but I paid for it, obviously. So I'm going to review the fights going on next week. And it's a lot of like newer fighters, not that many popular fighters fighting, but I'm going to review the fights, make my picks, make my early predictions, and put that video up on Monday or tomorrow. So, thanks, guys.